199 other places, but you're here at the Breslin Center today. We got so many Division I games going on. You saw the starting lineups there. It's gonna be fun. Immediately off the break, Michigan State goes quick, and it's Aikens slamming it down.
And how about that for the first play of Tom Izzo's 30th season as the head coach of these Michigan State Spartans. The Breslins already popped their little popcorn bags. They're jumping, and we're gonna have a fun one here, Jack.
Yeah, we sure are. Jack Stager, Ethan Hunter next to me. The Hawks working quickly. It's Morgan inside, blocked from behind. It was Booker there. Spartans going quickly.
That's the opening play that Michigan State wants to run every single game. It doesn't always work out that way, but finding Aikens running towards that basket already, that's a huge confidence booster for these Spartans.
Quick three from Bashir. That one just off. Powell with the rebound. Fears going quickly. Has Aikens to his right. Lost it, but Aikens was able to gather it. Now back in their set. Has it once again, trying to get the screen. Booker. Now quickly over to Fields. For up top. Now Aikens with it. Powell outside, shot clock down to 3. Fears has to work quickly. Goes inside, free lane to the rim, and Fears fills it up.
When you're looking around and trying to find the open pass, sometimes at the end of the shot clock, the only thing to do is take it to the rim. And that's where Jeremy Fears can be so explosive and so good.
A really good job that time from Fears. Now here comes Collins the other way, and it bounced off his foot and out of bounds.
The way that, as we can see this first play, Jaden Aikens elevating and getting up for it. This is a connected Spartan group that's already looking to find each other. And what a way to start out.
Absolutely. Good pass there. Once again, has it here over to Booker. Booker lost the touch on that one, and it's gathered by the Hawks. Now coming quickly is Durr. Durr, the 6'5" guard. A lot of height from the guard position for Monmouth. Here's another three fired by Bashir. He was training them all pregame. Can't get either two that he shot this first half early to fall.
Yeah, he's one that can get hot. We're already seeing him shoot and take his misses, so I have a feeling that that's not going to slow him down any.
Powell working on Morgan inside, all the way to the rim, and he's fouled.
That was pretty good defense there from Chris Morgan, who's a little bit outsized by Shimon Zapawa. But still, that hand just gets to the face. Michigan State, though, on the other end, I want to mention, the switch is going to be so important for them all game, how they can switch and stay with these guys. Did a really good job of that through their first two possessions and able to get the rock down to Shimon.
And Zapawa, they're both listed at 245, so first, give or take a few pounds, but of course, that weight similarity is there. But Zapawa does have about second one to fall. Monmouth going quickly. Morgan with it up top, trying to find Sugar once again. Edge comes from Zapawa, and Morgan retreats back to the paint. Now Collins with it, quickly over. Now trying to find Morgan once again inside, and it's a few turnovers early for the Hawks. Michigan State still up 5-0.
And another thing that Coach Rice said to us before the game was that they're going to play their game. They're not going to be gimmicky or anything against these Spartans. So we're going to see them continue to play that game. But Michigan State, just some great defense to start out.
Go back to Zapawa once again. Zapawa, nice move inside. We see the footwork that time from the transfer out of Longwood. It's going to be an illegal screen on Morgan, so another turnover for the Hawks, and Michigan State will continue to keep the Hawks scoreless.
Everything is going Michigan State's way right now. On one side, we've got the beautiful footwork of Zapawa going inside. Chris Morgan leaning on him, trying not to get him to be able to enter into the paint anymore, and he uses that against him to turn inside. And then on the other end, the moving screen. You saw Jeremy Fears Jr. getting hype on the ground, slapping the floor. This is a Spartan team that can really get streaky with it, and they found it early here, up 7-0.
And now Doc Mordar checks in the game as Chris Morgan already with 2 fouls. Booker for 3, that one off the front of the iron, and gathered by Bashir. They're working quickly. And travel called that time on Robinson.
And Doc Mordar has checked in for Monmouth. We saw him down there in the paint calling for the ball. He didn't get it, but he thought that he had the matchup on Shimon Zapawa. They're sized up a little bit more closely height-wise, so that's going to be a fun one.
And there's Frankie Fiddler into the game, and he fills it up from the left elbow. Fiddler started this one, but he saw that first bucket go his way.
That's that off-ball screen, getting some open jump shots. We're going to see how much of that Michigan State can create.
Fiddler on defense against Durr. Durr gets blocked from behind from Booker. Here comes Booker, coast to coast, loses the handle, and it goes off his foot and out of bounds. 4 substitutions coming into the game. Booker just moving a little too quickly that time.
Yeah, he got a little excited. What a block this was on one end, sending it right back. And then Akins picks it up, and Booker just can't quite handle it. I think Jack Collins got a hand on it on transition. Really good last-ditch effort for him to save them some points.
Holloman, Carr, and Kohler into the game. Only starter remaining is Akins. All the way into the lane is Durr, and he generates contact, so he'll go to the line for 2. Foul called on Holland.
Yeah, the Hawks haven't been too successful in passing the ball around so far early. Michigan State's been generating some turnovers, so if you're Madison Durr and you see a lane, you just got to take that.
Started all 32 games last year at the Citadel. He is a transfer under head coach King Rice, one of the 6 transfers brought in the offseason. Averaged 11.9 points per game last season. Long, very 29% from the field. A good scorer, and we'll see what he can do for the Hawks this season. Monmouth gets on the board. Holloman with it. Akins has the jumper if he wants it for 3. Off back iron, kept alive though by Cooper. Holloman tries one himself. That one won't go as well. Rebound tipped around. Now Durr has it once again. 1-on-1 with Akins. Nice bump. Fade won't go. Now Michigan State moving quickly once again. Has Carr. And Cohen Carr fouled in the gasp that was just let out here in the Breslin. Whew, that would have ripped the house down.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
Door, what a find from Fears. Akins 2 huge alley-oop dunks to get this first half going. Once again, Monmouth working quickly. Powell looking for somebody, finds Fears. Kurt Tang has it now, first time he's seen the hardwood in this one. Freshman. Akins working with it, top of the key, trying to generate space. For the reset, over to Booker, and Booker traveled before he jab stepped.
Yeah, Kurt Tang, you said, is checked in, but how about the senior and Jaden Akins finding the back door? Michigan State was been waiting for that one to hit. Done it twice now, so how will Coach Rice respond and get that team to close out on the baseline?
Yeah, and how about this? We're not even under 10 minutes, as the Hawks almost lost it once again, but we're not even near that 10-minute mark, and Fears already has 5 assists. Robinson has to force a fadeaway jumper, won't go. Zapawa, Fears battling for it, but brings it up now. Booker wants the one-on-one on the right block. Booker Tang with it. Now inside to Booker. Booker, left Hook won't go, but gets it right back. Jumper won't go yet again, but Michigan State tries to keep it alive. Hooker once again loses it, but now Fears with it. Fears has the mid-range jumper wide open, and that one rims out.
A couple missed chances for the Spartans there, but that really emphasized the mismatches that can happen down low.
Deere once again fires a deep three, won't go. Kept alive by Collins, flips it over to the corner. Now inside, Demings trying to work and draws contact and will head to the line.
How about that pass from Jack Collins? This is really the heart and soul of this Monmouth team, and he gets caught there in the air, is able to flip it behind the head. And the shot doesn't fall for Demings, but here he is on the line.
And Monmouth very aggressive on defense. They got out to an early run. Ever since the Hawks have been able to put some points on the board, that defensive intensity has stepped up. Take a look at Eric Demings, 6'1", 180-pound sophomore. Played at Utah Tech, one of those six transfers, excuse me, that we talked about earlier that head coach King Rice brought in the offseason.
Earned WAC all-freshman honors there at Utah Tech.
Another turnover going against the Spartans. Tang was looking for Akins in the corner. Like Richardson and Fiddler will check in as well as Tang and Akins will check out.
Here we see it again. Here Tang just goes a little bit far. Might have been tipped by Jack Collins there, but wasn't.
Yeah, here comes Carr, flight 55, hammers it home. The runway was clear and flight 55 took off.
Took off and landed right there. That's what's gonna blow the roof off of this place. How can you not get excited for the athleticism of that man?
And it's just an immediate switch flipped. The energy in Breslin just turns up to a different level when Cohen Carr has a dunk go through. Shot clock going down for Dennings. He goes inside and fills it up. Nice job by Eric Demings to get on the board for the Hawks. Alman working quickly. Nice move inside, but can't get the layup to fall. Justin Ray into the game, had it for a moment. Now quickly over to Collins, wide open for three. That one missed badly. Alman once again working in transition. Inside this time to Kohler. He has the one-on-one mismatch with Demings and had it stripped away from the weak side.
And how Michigan State goes from that transition into that set is also really interesting to watch. That time when you're on the ground, Monmouth got back with them, but didn't go into any sort of play. Kohler takes it himself. Doesn't end up there, but how they make that switch is something to look at.
And a really good job that time from Carr, coming to help out and force the missed jumper. Once again, Carr gets the lob pass. Nice pump fake that time, but gets the and one. Carr has seen a lot of action come his way. Didn't feel comfortable throwing that lob down, but was just able to catch it down, pump fake, and get the basket to go.
And Jack Collins is saying, I didn't even touch him. But there were two players on him there. It's gonna take more than two players to stop Cohen Carr when he gets going.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
Spartans up 13. They're guarded quickly up close by Fears. Fears backs off as the screen comes. It's been moved by Durr. Fans want to travel, looked like he did, but regardless, Fears and Cooper are battling for it. Now Fears comes away with it. Has Richardson wide open in the corner, skips it over to him, pump fake, going inside all the way. And Richardson's flexing that one right into the heart of the defense. Three-pointer from Ray to answer, and he does. Justin Ray, two big three-pointers in this first half. Ball finds Cooper once again, one-on-one with Morgan. And that time, Cooper with the touch.
Morgan just doesn't quite have the wingspan to get up there and stop that Carson Cooper hook shot. Mask on, the city needs saving. Carson Cooper is down there controlling the paint.
And Morgan is back into the game. He got into foul trouble early, still has those 2 personal fouls. But the Hawks went to him early and he traveled.
Another offensive foul for Monmouth. A turnover unprompted there. Chris Morgan just not able to quite get control of it. And you mentioned the foul trouble. He's going to check out here as he gets it into it even deeper.
And Jordan Mecca checks into the game. 6'8", 225, graduate student. Transfer from Georgia Tech. Again, one of those 6 transfers that we've been mentioning throughout the evening. Akins has a wide open 3. Won't go off the front iron. Shooting struggles continuing for Jaden Akins. Crossover by Bashir going inside. Takes the one-on-one challenge with Fears. And that time, Fears is going to be outnumbered. But here comes Akins quickly the other way. Scoop and score.
Way to get that reverse from Jaden Akins off the left. An incredible left-handed scorer, both from deep and right there. This Michigan State team's going to find a way to score at the rim. You saw Jace Richardson doing that, heavily guarded that time. It was Akins.
Ray tries a deep 3, tracked down that time by Bashir. Guarded by Fiddler. Bashir likes this matchup, wants to take Fiddler one-on-one. Help comes from Akins, but Bashir still has it. Fadeaway jumper is pure. Michigan State going quickly up ahead to Akins. Akins decides to just pull it out, goes over to Fiddler in the corner. Back iron won't go.
That's twice Akins in a row has beat Monmouth down the other end of the court. That time he doesn't take the shot.
Bashir wanted it back. He has it now. Spin move, step back, won't go. Front iron. Actually, from where I was sitting, it looked like it went off a front iron, but that one, of course, I'm sure as you can hear, was an air ball.
Breslin will let you know.
But I wouldn't be surprised, Ethan, if he came back the other way and fired one from almost half court.
Yeah, no, he's ready to do that. He's given the all-game green light. We're going to see when it starts coming out from deeper and deeper. Maybe when he starts hitting a few more.
Fiddler press back all the way near half court. Booker has it in the corner. Jumper in and out. Collins with the rebound. And now Abdi Bashir with it. Trying to work on Akins. Left on an island, waiting for a screen to come. Off-ball screen goes to Collins. Bashir with the jumper. Back iron won't go. Booker trying to track it down. Waiting for the call, and that one goes off of Cornelius Robinson. Now they switch the call. Originally, they pointed Michigan State's way, and then the call got switched. They're saying it went off of Booker's thigh. Izzo wants an explanation. Play will resume. Inbound goes quickly. Bashir trying to work, silence the crowd, and he lost the handle. Kohler with it. Now to Richardson. Richardson moving, now over to Kohler. As our good sideline reporter, Marin Klein, said, it's his first ever 3 that he drilled earlier in this first half. He's looking for another. Richardson's looking for one of his own, and that one won't fall. Hedge comes from Kohler, retreats back now. Robinson takes the pull-up jumper against the Power. That one won't go. Hand off to Akins. Carr has it now left wing. Zapawa is going to try a 3, and that one just off.
And you mentioned that first career 3 for Jackson Kohler. It's interesting because a lot of his tape coming out of high school was him shooting 3s. Hasn't done that a whole lot in the beginning of his career, but going to see that happen more as he gets more comfortable.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's always said that he's had the green light, and So does Abdi Bashir as he finally gets one to drop, that time from the right corner. Akins has it, top of the key. Decides not to use the screen from Zapawa. Is going to pull up, and it's good. Jaden Akins filling up the jumper.
And as he finds his shot, he's going to be shooting as well, 4 for 6 from the field. Of course, Michigan State losing some real reliable scorers, especially Tyson Walker, Malik Hall. I mean, he's the guy now. He is the senior on this team that's been on the team since a freshman. He's going to be who they're looking to make some big shots. He really, like you said, makes his living in the mid-range, but from 3-2, going to see how he shoots.
Yeah, and last year he had to play as the 3 guard, or almost the 3 position. Bashir can't get the 3-pointer to fall. He's still trying to get up from the floor. Now he's guarding Carr. Akins with it up top. Richardson one-on-one with Bashir. Over to Akins. Akins jab step back from that same spot that he made the last one and won't go. Kohler keeps it alive. Lost the handle, still trying to keep it alive. Carr keeps it over to Cooper. Cooper one bounce, Akins there as well. Ball still going back and forth. And it's a wild ending.
Is looking to give this crowd a show here in the second half and extend this lead. Only up by 11 here against Monmouth.
Yeah, absolutely, Ethan. I mean, you said it perfectly. They're absolutely looking to extend their lead, but Monmouth's not going to go away, and they're going to fire shots just like this as Collins is going to fire one, and he's going to get the same treatment that Abdi Bashir got in the first half.
Yeah, this Monmouth team is really good. Of course, fans will want them to beat a lower conference team than the Big Ten by more, but that time just a little bit off from Jack Collins. We know that he can hit it.
First possession on offense for the Spartans in the second half. Fears working on the pick and roll with Zapawa, finds Booker in the corner. He has the shot, that one off the back iron and recovered by Robinson. He's going quickly against Fears. Euro step inside, Robinson fills it up and one. Spartans lead cut down to 9.
Counted for Cornelius Robinson, the third. This time he goes up, sees that wrist slap from Jeremy Fears, but it was too late. He was already extended, ball was already above the rim, and he just had to drop it in there.
Robinson able to knock the free throw home. The Spartan lead is now 8. Fears working against the double team. Nice ball movement, finds Fiddler in the corner, in and out. Robinson with the board. Had to make sure he didn't travel. Now Durr with it. Gives it over to Bashir. Robinson wants Bashir to get it back, and he does. Nice job by Bashir. Beautiful footwork that time by Bashir to keep him on his hip, keep the defender on his hip, and able to get the 2-point bucket to go. Here's trying to get it over to Akins. Akins has it now. Right corner 3 won't go. Into the hands of Booker. Booker gets fouled. We'll see if they call it on the floor. Yeah, so they will call it on the floor. Booker wasn't in the act of shooting, so throwing will come quickly momentarily.
Yeah, Booker got that first, hands up, got the rebound. Chris Morgan was there to meet him a little bit late, and that's his 4th foul now. 2 Hawks in trouble. Durr also has 3.
Booker goes inside, gets it to go off the backboard. Durr moving quickly all the way to the rack, and it's blocked by Zapawa. Fears up ahead to Fiddler. Fiddler almost had it go. Now Fears inside to Zapawa, and he's fouled, so Shimon Zapawa will head to the free throw line.
Zapawa there had a block party on one end, And then on the other one was trying to get that oop. Look at this, just extending. And this is just an incredible addition to this team that has been trying to figure out its big play for the last couple years. Kohler and Cooper have been developing for a couple of years now, and Zapawa comes in with that veteran presence. Really good defensive effort there. Meeting him at the rim isn't going to work for you.
Yeah, absolutely, Ethan. And Zapawa has seen, as you mentioned, he's a veteran player. He's seen multiple NCAA tournaments. He started 23 of 35 games last year at Longwood, averaged just under 10 points per game with 9-point at, and also had 5.6 rebounds per game as well in that last season. Second free throw goes off the front iron. Now here comes Dirk. Up top is Mecca, trying to get it to Bashir, guarded closely by Fears. Izzone loves it. Fears just completely denied Bashir from getting the ball. Durr working on Akins, jump shot, air ball won't go, and it went off of Fiddler.
As we see here, Durr, complete air ball. Fiddler was trying to save it there at the end. This team has not quite found their shot yet. Reverse announcer jinx from me there.
Yeah, Bashir still trying to get going. He's up to 17 points now with that jumper. Fiddler trying to answer, off the back iron, won't go. Ball finds Kohler, and he had it stripped away. Durr going all the way against Fiddler, blocked by Fears. Ball all around. Whistle's blown. It's gonna go against Robinson, but Fears going all the way up top.
Yeah, this one on one end is the Bashir make, and then right back off the face of Fears off that incredible block. But as Durr was coming down the court on the far side, Bashir was calling for that ball. He wanted it back for a transition 3 trailer. He's 6 for 16 now, but those 17 points. I mean, this guy is a scorer. He wants the ball no matter what the situation is. We've seen Durr take it to the rack a couple times. He doesn't care, he wants the ball.
Yeah, and again, as you mentioned, Ethan, I mean, hasn't been the best shooting night for Bashir either. He's 6 for 16, 2 for 8 from behind the arc, but he's still putting them up. Shooter, shoot, here he is once again, won't go. And that one off of Kohler's fingers, and he's upset that he let that one get away from him.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
Points for the Spartans. He plays a lot of guys for varying amounts of minutes.
Second one in and out. Richardson tried to climb the ladder. Cooper kept the possession alive.
Might have hit his head a little bit on the way down.
6'3" freshman got up.
That one bounce pass around the key there, he knew he was going to take that to the rack, and whatever he was met with there, he was going to push through it. We saw him in the first half make an absolutely acrobatic score with hands in his face, keeping it up and laying it in. He's not afraid of what he finds at the rim.
The first free throw of the game for Richardson, knocks it through. 5 points in the evening. Make that 6.
6 points, a rebound, an assist, a steal. Going to be a really good guy for Tom Izzo throughout this season to rely on.
Yeah, now the Spartans going small. Check out this lineup. Fears, Akins, Carr, Kohler, and Richardson. Collins lines up a three, back iron won't go. Akins comes down with it. Four out, one in offense for the Spartans. When you have so many different quick guys on the floor, this is an offense that you could abuse a defense with if you do it right. Carr hit the back of Deming's head, and that one goes out of bounds, so Spartans will keep possession.
Yeah, Carr just going strong on that swing pass to the other side. That's twice now that it's been coming in so hot that it goes off a Monmouth defender.
Quick stoppage is on the other end. We get some sweat off the floor.
These are some really interesting matchups, as you were talking about, how Kohler and Carr are matching up against Mecca and Collins. You said it, you can abuse a defense if you don't defend it right.
2 seconds on the clock. Then Carr goes all the way through. His flight 55, he's been cleared a few times today, and he gets cleared once again to go down the runway.
He makes any drive to the rim look like the Kia Slam Cam, look like an absolute dunk contest level dunk. He knows how to get this crowd on its feet.
And the Hawks battling with it. Demings has it. Driving on Akins, left hand won't go. Kohler with the board. Spartans trying to move quick. It's Fierce up top to Carr. And on a very rare occasion, Cohen Carr was unable to get the alley-oop jam to go. But check out this. This time he takes it all the way himself.
Man, that is so exciting. And he'll flex on you. He doesn't care. Taking it all the way behind the back, tapping that last name and coming all the way forward. Man, is just a human highlight reel right there. He's filling out to be a really great player. 7 points and 4 rebounds on the night so far.
Durr working on Fierce, had it stripped by the weak side of Richardson. It's Richardson once again over to Akins.
This is Tom Izzo, Michigan State basketball. 2 opportunities on transition to get a guy at the rim because they've run back so hard. Chooses Akins there, but that's twice that they've beat him on the backside.
And they almost had another opportunity right there, but check out that from Akins, and he's fired up. I mean, he's had a smooth 19 points in this one, Ethan. I mean, this is, when I say smooth 19, I'm talking here's a bucket here, here's a bucket here, then I'm going to go on my own individual 6-0 run, and all of a sudden I find myself with 19 points.
Such a clean game. Smooth operator, Jaden Akins.
Ray tries the three. That one's good. Justin Ray has hit a couple big threes in the first half, and he gets another one to drop here in the second.
3 for 4 from the three-point line, Justin Ray.
Beers gets the up screen from Kohler. Skip pass over to Carr. Michigan State gets back in their set. Richardson taking it all the way to the rack. Little finesse.
You can tell who his dad is. He can score any way when he takes it up to the rim. He knows that it's going in, no matter what he has to do to get around a couple defenders. So confident in his abilities, as he should be.
And Collins driving on Richardson. Richardson tried to take the charge, but a blocking foul is called. Richardson, 8 points, 3 for 4. It's the next closest Spartan besides Akins to be in double figures. And how about the debut for the freshman? Collins working with it now. Crossover on Carr, pulls up. And Collins grabbing that left knee a little bit, wincing in pain.
As Kohler's calling for it against Morgan, Morgan's got to be careful not to get a foul here. He's got 4.
A nice move from Kohler, blocked by Morgan though. And it's gonna be off of Kohler. Textbook defense that time from Chris Morgan.
Yeah, I was just saying, he's got to play carefully, but he's not going to let Kohler go up without a fight.
Ray has it now up top to Bashir. We haven't seen Bashir in a few possessions. We'll see if the Hawks try to go to him to get him going. Collins, deep three off the front of the rim. Now here comes Fears, over to Akins. And Akins fouled on the push, so it'll be Michigan State basketball as we
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
So this is absolutely a very tough schedule for Monmouth to start their season, but they're hanging with the Spartans here, like you said.
And Fears with a turnover there, but as you were mentioning, Ethan, I mean, last year the Hawks 13-1 at home, and that away record 2-13. So almost complete opposites of each other, and we'll see what they can do. Jared Goffchance breaking out here at the Breslin Center. What a weekend it was for Detroit Lions fans. Here goes Durr inside, and he gets the layup to go. Check that out. Don't be hating. Jared Goff's in the building. Fiddler works his way into the paint, and he's fouled. Frankie Fiddler continuing to be aggressive. Fiddler, so far in this one, I mean, 8 points on the evening, 20 minutes. He sat out for a lot of the first part of the second half. Hasn't shot the greatest today, but again, I mean, as we talked about earlier, Ethan, Fiddler is a guy who can score at all levels, but also something that makes him so talented is he can draw so much contact no matter where he's at on the floor. And he's also somebody who can handle the basketball very well for somebody his size, standing at 6'7". So he can get to the line, and he's also a very good free throw shooter.
Yeah, this is his fourth time on the line for him. Coming off of an and one, he'll create some contact, not afraid to.
There are stops and pops, and can't get that one to drop. So out of bounds it goes, and Carr will inbound to Fears.
But these players are just figuring out how to play together, right? Fiddler's trying to figure out how he's working in an offense that he's on the same level as everybody else. Here in the Big Ten level at Michigan State, it's a really good score, and as Fears grows more in his role, Kurt Tang is over there about to check in. He's new freshman.
Booker lines up a three, front iron won't go. Holloman with the board, and an off-ball foul called on Holloman. And now he is going to foul out of this one. And check it out, for the first time in his Spartan career, Garrett Norman heads over to the scorer's table. And what an applause he gets from the Izzone. Listen to this.
Yeah, he was redshirted his freshman year. Still dealing with a little bit of a knee injury, but clearly he's able to play here. And this is a guy that can knock down some shots, be one of those scorers out on the wing that Tom Izzo's been looking for.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, Norman, a four-star recruit who is ranked in the top 100 players in the country. He was ranked 83rd by number 3 Sports. 84th in the nation by Rivals. Number 98 by ESPN. So lots of rankings to his name, and the biggest part of his game is his shooting. A spot-up shooter that can light up the net. And Coach Izzo has mentioned multiple times that in practice over the last year, there's nobody better that can shoot the basketball on this Michigan State team than Garrett Norman.
And this is a guy that clearly comes from a sports family. He's named after Lou Gehrig. His middle name's Rivers, after Philip Rivers. So those are two levels of greatness there that he is named after. Gonna make a name for himself here, and it starts tonight.
And Ray immediately attacks the paint. Norman found himself there. So the foul will go against Norman. So Ray at the line. First one won't go. And you know what happens here at the Breslin Center if you miss 2 free throws? Free chicken nuggets.
Free chicken nuggets. Everybody wants it. They're gonna have to wait a little bit longer or pay full price, which in this economy.
A solid performance from Justin Ray, 12 points on the evening. Kurtang, spot up jumper, got it. So Tang with his first career points as a Spartan. Nick Sanders gets ready to check into the game as well. Turnover for the Hawks. Akins quickly over to Norman, pump fake. Thought about a 3. Crowd wanted him to shoot it.
Tang also causing the turnover on the other end there. First pull-up jumper, then the poke, already making a big impact, and here's a 3.
Got it! Kurtang, a 5-0 solo run, back-to-back buckets. And he's perfect, 2 for 2 from the field.
How about the play of these Michigan State freshmen here tonight, Jeff?
The future is bright for Michigan State. Hawks still working. Shot clock now down to 3. Ray has to do something. Step back on Tang. Nice job by Tang to wall up.
Incredible perimeter D there from Michigan State. They weren't able to get it in anywhere. But there's that Kurtang 3. Like we said, the freshman, huge.
Yeah, Nick Sanders into the game for Michigan State as well.
The Jared Goff chance, the Lions connection. Son of Barry Sanders is Nick.
Are motioning for Sanders. Sanders tried to catch the Hawks sleeping and go back door. Skip pass over to Sanders, and that one sails into the second or third row.
They were looking for him.
So game clock working down, under 10 seconds. Step back won't go. 5 seconds left. Richardson has it, and he'll just dribble it out. Final buzzer sounds. Michigan State's victorious in the first game of the season.